love to play first. Yeah, this hand's fine, right? It's got Amulet, it's got an Explorer, it's got an Azusa, it's got a Bounce Land. Sign me up. Yeah, the new Hex keywords look really sweet. So let's do this, and then I'll just do this into... I am just, like, always erring on the side of my opponents playing Death Shadow when I don't know and just giving them a health with these. So these are in here as an anti-Death Shadow card because they can make our opponent gain life. And if they're not playing Death Shadow, 1 point of life usually isn't what makes or breaks the game. And if they are playing Death Shadow, giving them 1 point of life could very well win us the game. Breeding Pool, Noble Hierarch. Infect, maybe? Okay, so... how do I want to sequence this is the question. We probably want to hold the Simic Growth Chamber for... so we need to play the Growth Chamber in order to play the Azusa this turn. But we probably want to put the Simic Growth Chamber back in our hand so we can use it next turn to cast a Titan. Because Azusa plus Amulet plus Simic Growth Chamber means we can generate 6 mana with this next turn. Because right now I only have 2 more land drops from the Azusa this turn, so I can't play a Titan yet. So I'm going to play the Spine Rock Knoll out because I do have 2 extra land drops still. Put an Emrakul, the Aeon's Torn under there. Put those back in any order. So yeah, I could play the Growth Chamber and just cast the Explorer, but I think I want to hold on to that just in case, wait and see what happens with this Azusa. If I go to the Invitational, I am likely playing this in Modern. That being said, I am not planning to attend the Invitational if they don't do anything about Standard. Oh, opponent's playing Bant Eldrazi. That makes more sense. That's this is probably the more popular Breeding Pool Noble Hierarch deck now than Infect, right? Second Amulet. Well, things are about to get really silly. I really don't like Defense Grid as a magic card in that deck. I've played it. I don't think it's particularly helpful. I've actually, if you look at my YouTube archives, I've played the deck in a post-top world, and you can see the deck list there. So we're just going to generate a buck ton of mana here. We're actually going to get to double Titan my opponent this turn. So let's play this again. So we now have 12 mana floating because double Amulet is fair and balanced, like most things in Modern. We'll return the Grove with this last one. We'll cast this Primeval Titan. This Primeval Titan will get a... what are we getting here? We'll get Simic Growth Chamber plus Teleria West. I actually already have this other Summoner's Pact in my hand. So, like, maybe this could just get anything else. Opponent just concedes the game because they're dead to the Primeval Titan. Okay, sure. So, Infect. Bant Eldrazi. Ugh, I said Infect again. Engineering Explosive is probably medium. We definitely want these Dismembers. I 100% want the Hornet Queen. Reclamation Sage and Tireless Tracker I could probably take or leave. The Through the Breach plan is usually a little bit medium minus against decks with discard in them, so I think I'm going to trim some of these out of my deck. I think 1 Engineered Explosives is worthwhile because we can actually put Engineered Explosives on like 3 and 4. And we can... yeah, Ghost Quarter's reasonable. Cavern of Souls and Bajuka Bog don't have text boxes in this matchup, so we can board both of those out. There might be an argument that this Radiant Fountain is reasonable. I don't know, I think this board plan could just be good, just like leave in 2 Through the Breaches here. Well, it doesn't draw it, right? Fate Weave puts it on top of the deck tracks, so it doesn't quite draw it, but it does reduce variance. I love that they're using the digital space to reduce variance a lot. I could see an argument for the trackers getting into the deck. Maybe I'm just supposed to bring at least one in, so that way I can generate some value in the mid to late game. I could see cutting another Through the Breach or another Azusa. Or an Azusa. I'm just going to try like this. I'm not actually sure what we want to be doing in this matchup yet. Hope everyone's having a good Monday, had a good weekend. Playing some Modern here today. I mean, this hand's great. It's got Tribe Scouts, it's got Azuzas, yep. It's a little bit weak to a Thought Knot Seer because we only have one payoff card, but like, our deck's full of payoff cards, so let's just... Although it does kind of suck to have the Hornet Queen in our hand, because if this gets Thought Knot, we don't have another one. So next turn, we can go cast Tribe Scout, put a land into play from our hand, bounce this, replay this, play another Tribe Scout. Just have a lot of mana very quickly. Whoa, that's a beating. JK, LOL. Huh. I think I'm actually supposed to discard here, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to play two things next turn. If I had an untapped land, two untapped lands, I would wait, I think. So they're actually playing... They have Reflector Mage in their Squidbilly deck. That's interesting. Sure. So now... so I'm going to do this into Azusa, into Gemstone Mine, into make a mana, play this Groll Turf. Thanks, Mifner. Oh, Displacer Reflector Mage is kind of cute. Okay, that's a thing. Didn't even think about that. Ghost Quarter, that's annoying. Ass Interaction's really good. Thankfully, like, Hornet Queen's pretty reasonable against the Reflector Mage plan, right? Like, it's pretty resource intensive for them to blink away all of our tokens. Probably getting Ghost Quartered this turn, I'd assume. Sure. Please give me an untapped land. Okay, just a Summoner's Pact. There are links to the deck list below the stream. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm just going to start by pacting, I think. We can cast a Titan this turn. I don't know why they didn't Ghost Quarter me off of a thing. Maybe they think they want to kill my utility lands. I guess I could see that being a thing. I'd love to use Primeval Titan's ability. I think I'm just going to get... I have another Summoner's Pact in my hand, so I'm just going to go get 2 bounce lands here. Put these in the stack, and then I can pick this Gemstone Mine and the Slayer Stronghold back up, and then I can use Tribe Scout to put the Gemstone Mine back into play. And then cast this Tribe Scout. I guess the question is, they get to bounce this at end of turn, right? And then I have to pay for a Pact next turn, so that's why they didn't do that, because they could just bounce this, I suppose. So I have to pay 4 next turn, which leaves me with 5 mana total. So if I hit an untapped land, I can cast this Hornet Queen, assuming they don't Ghost Quarter me. I assume they're going to Ghost Quarter me here, right? Oh, you know what? I should have tapped. Oh, I can recast the Primeval Titan, right? Nahiri Chord's the best variant. Yeah, probably. I also don't think Nahiri Chord is very good. I don't think any of the Chord variants are particularly good right now, so I wouldn't really recommend playing them. They Reflector Mage me last turn, so I can cast this Primeval Titan. And then this is going to be able to make a couple of blockers here, right? So I can get... Simic Growth Chamber plus Colony Garden here. I'd like to return this Colony Garden to my hand. And then I can use these Tribe Scouts to put the Colony Garden into play here. And then I don't have to pay for a pack next turn, and I have 10, 11, 12, 13 mana. Sakura Tribe Scout. Yep, I'm going to activate this and put this Colony Garden into play. I don't know if they have lethal. I haven't actually counted it yet. It's possible they have lethal here. If they have a path or something. Yeah, hopefully we just get to Emrakul before they kill us, right? Like, that's the plan. And again, you always want to block before it's lethal, so let's block here. Alright. What we got? So this is 10, 11, 12, 13 mana. 13 means I can Queen and Titan, right? Because I can do this, and then I can Queen. Oh, I can't play the Titan because they blinked it on their turn. Right. I can play the Scout, though. Is this Hornet Queen going to be good enough? The Hornet Queen might be good enough. What's in... I don't have a tracker in my deck right now, which kind of sucks. I don't have... Actually, if I had World Spine that wouldn't do anything because they'd just blink it. So... Yeah, I guess we're just putting the Queen into play, right? Disdainful Stroke. Well then. Huh. Think we're dead then? So I can blink one of my guys. No, I don't have anything else in my deck. I don't have tracker or anything like that. I just have Primeval Titans right now. So even if they blink, they're only attacking for 6, right? Oh, they can just blink my Dorkos. Right, okay. And tap them? Sure. That's really unfortunate. So, I could have played around what happened here by... I could have gotten a... I could have... No, I don't have a Pact in my deck, and Pact doesn't make sense to have in my deck. I just need to draw a Dismember at some point there, I think. Pretty close. They tempoed us out just close enough. Probably want this other Engineered Explosives in my deck after seeing that. I'm going to cut an Azusa, especially with Reflector Mage in their deck. This is a good way to break up that they can't Displacer to get blank Engineered Explosives because the thing just comes back into play. Love to play first. I probably can't keep this. This hand also isn't exciting, but I think it's a keep at 6. I guess I could Pact for Azusa on 4, and then like play a bunch of lands. It's not the worst, I guess. My opponent has enough disruption that I probably need to keep a 6, especially keep a 6 with mana in it. I'd love to put that on top of my deck. Play this, pass the turn. Playing a bounce land on 2 against a deck with Ghost Quarter in it feels a little bit bad, but that's what it is. Revnoth with the 5-month resubscription. Thank you for the continued support. I do appreciate it. Welcome back. Subscriptions are the best way you could support my content, so I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thought Not Seared next turn. Alright, and they have a thing to do this turn. So am I Tribe Scouting, or... I'm probably just Tribe Scouting, right? And just, like, have infinite lands in my hand. These are basically both Titans, so, like, it's whatever. If we Stirrings into an Amulet, we can Titan them this turn, I think. So let's lead on that. All right, you're gonna see if I'm actually correct, if I know what I'm doing. Actually, we're 1 mana short, right? I think we're 1 mana short. So I have to play the Amulet, right? And then I can only generate 5 mana with this, because I can play it once and then play it again. So I'm going to play this Grawl Turf. We're going to untap it. Tap it here. So here's interesting. If I return the Grawl Turf to itself here, and I hit a second Amulet, then I can Titan this turn, which seems worthwhile, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, actually. I know we already put an Amulet on the bottom of our deck, but, you know, go big or go home. We missed... I mean, I have a Summoner's Pack, so, like, why do I need to transmute the Teleria West? Simic, Growth Chamber, put those in the bottom in order, and then we're just going to pass here. Second Thought Knot's going to be real bad for us. Ghost Quarter's not great for us. Yep. Stubborn Denial. Man, that's rude. Yep. So, I'm going to play this. It's going to untap. And then I'm going to make blue like this. Put Boros Garrison into play. Return the Teleria West to my hand. And then transmute it. It's a shame I only have 3 colors of mana. If I'd have taken the Gemstone Mine earlier, I could have gotten Engineered Explosive here. I'm gonna grab Summoner's Pact here and just like hope they don't have another counter spell or Thought Sense here. The Eldrazi matchup seems like they're pretty hard for us. The more I play this deck, probably wouldn't mind a 3rd Dismember in the board. Because like a lot of times they don't have a ton of threats, so like being able to kill their first threat's usually pretty valuable. Ancient Stirrings. EE for 1. That's rude. Yep. He ghost quartering me as well? They're supposed to ghost quarter me as well here. Then I have to draw an untapped land in order to Titan. Or draw step ghost quarter me. Sure. I need an untapped land here. Okay. No Stubborn Denial? God. Sometimes your opponent just has all the things. Like, you know, that's Magic. That's especially Modern, right? Like, the number of times, like, when you play Modern, you're just like, man, I really hope my opponent doesn't have X or I'm dead here. It's just like, every game, every turn of every game. I think that second game, I wouldn't be surprised if there were points where I could have gained percentage points that I didn't have in that second game, because the second game went a little bit long and we had a lot of decisions, so there were probably points where I missed sequence. I think I probably could have gotten a Teleria West at some point in that second game to get Engineered Explosives to clean their board up. Instead, I was just like getting more bounce lands, getting Colony Gardens, so that was probably the mistake I made in that second game. But that third game, they just had all the things. But there likely wouldn't have been a third game if I would have just like gotten a thing to transmute for Engineered Explosives and then like cleaned up his idiots that were like blinking all of my stuff. Stifle would fix Modern. Yeah, this hand, I don't, yeah, you just can't keep a hand that doesn't do anything like this. This hand's much better. Yep. Anytime your 7 seem close so they don't have an amulet, just mulligan them. I wouldn't have had blue mana, Face Man. I wouldn't have had blue mana to cast my thing, so I think that's incorrect. Also, do you, and then I don't have anything left in my hands. Like, I have an Azusa and I have a bunch of lands, but then, like, I haven't played anything. And, like, I didn't really have any extra resources. So then, like, I'm 2 turn cycles off of being able to, because I have to, like, transmute plus Summoner's Pact and Titan all in the same turn, otherwise I get hit by the discard spell. Explores a decent draw. Gonna lead on Amulet of Vigorate. I probably want to hold this to make... So I'm going to have this return itself to my hand, I think, here. Okay, Bajuka Bog's actually not bad. I'll play my extra land for the turn, and then I'll pass. The difference between 1 mana and 2 mana is pretty huge. Nope, we're pretty much just going to be playing Modern all week. I'm playing a Modern 1K on Sunday, so don't have any Legacy to practice for. Abrupt Decaying my Amulet, that's rude, opponent. Teleria West doesn't do a whole lot. Guess just gonna play this Forest. Teleria West is good if we find blue mana at some point, because then we can pack it for a World Spine Worm. This is sweet. So in response to this Traverse the Ulvenwald, I'm gonna put this Bajuka Bog into play and bog my opponent. Nice Lay the Land, nerd. Oh, look, they got a Forest! What a powerful Magic card. Don't play the Dragon Stompy deck, Zach. It's so much worse than Mono Red Sneak Attack. The Pox deck is sweet. There's no guarantee they're playing Death Shadow. In fact, they fetched a basic at one point, so I think they're just playing, like, Wily Edel's Abzan Traverse deck. We're going to be playing Paper Modern on Wednesday, actually. If you check my stream schedule, which is linked to the stream information below, if you're on mobile, tap the screen, press the little I, hit the schedule button. You can see all of my various schedules on there. Lingering Souls, what a combo. Get that flashback going on. And I guess I play this. I didn't see which cards they spoiled today for Hex yet. Well, it's a race to a big giant idiot, and we do have a fair number of giant idiots in our deck, so you know, feeling okay. We got like 3 draw steps here. It's looking like even if they rip 1 discard spell, we've got 2 through the breaches. If we draw a Simic Growth Chamber, we can transmute this Teleria West. Because we'll be able to play the Teleria West, it'll untap itself, make mana, use the Tribe Scout to put the Simic Growth Chamber into play, make mana, bounce this, transmute. Yes, this looks like Wily Edel's Abzan Delirium configuration. Bomb? That could be anything, even an Emrakul. Yep, that guy right there. He's my buddy. He's my pal. I mean, if I'd have held the amulet, I wouldn't have been able to... Oh god, what is happening? No! 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 What the actual fuck? All the best laid plans. All the best. No! Oh, God, we're so dead. We're so dead, Jacob. We were doing so well. We were doing so well. How were we supposed to know we were about to get cast out? Jebediah with the 2-month free subscription. Thank you for the continued support. I do appreciate it. Welcome back. Oh, jeez. We even... So they had to draw the Thoughtseize to Exact-Seize. Alright, I guess we can block the Tarmogoyf for a cycle here. I guess we can block the Tarmogoyf for a cycle and not die, but we're pretty much dead. Pretty much dead here. Oh. Traverse, sure. Hold on 1 second, Jacob. I gotta fix this thing. There you go. It's protection from colored spells, not protection from colors. It's an important difference. What'd they get here? Shriekmaw. Yep, dead. That's really unfortunate. Well, you know, sometimes they have their fun of cast out. Sometimes they have their fun of cast out. We tried, fam. We did. Okay, Hornet Queen, Trackers, Explosives, Cavern's not great. Ghost Quarter's not great either. I think Dismember's fine. Dude! Oh, it's okay, Jacob. It's okay. There you go. Oh, it's tough being 3. Let me tell you what. Alright. What do I need to cut here? So, Through the Breaches are a little less than stellar against the discard deck. Trim and Azusa. I mean, like, it is a 4-mana spell, right? And Modern's a format where you're regularly dying on, like, turns 2 and 3, so... Cut that. Alright, I need to change a diaper really quick. I'll be right back. Thanks for hanging out. We're gonna keep playing some Modern, don't go anywhere. Classic no-lander in the 26-land deck. Things Hex spoils you on. Hornet Queen is 10 out of 10 at top here, I think. Because even, honestly, even just breaching a Queen is fine at some point. Sure. Yeah, I think I want to just get this in and bounce this. They play Fulminator Mage, but eh. Yep. Ooh. Immediately punished for having played out my Boros Garrison. I guess that's, yeah, I'm supposed to play out the Colony Garden there. Yeah, this whole game was a sequence of mistakes. There's so many little things. Bobby said when he was watching me play, I was playing out my bounce lands too aggressively, and like, had I not played out my bounce land last turn, I could breach this turn with this amulet. So a lot of mistakes. I should have just played out a forest or a grove last turn, and then we just like breach Emrakul and they die here. I mean, a good chance they have a discard spell this turn, I suppose, but like, you know, if they don't, we would have killed them with this because they can't cast out on just 3 lands. We can still draw a bounce land, but like I shouldn't have to do that. I had all the tools I needed here. It's one of the reasons I enjoy playing this deck, actually. There's a lot of really small sequencing things like that you need to play a lot to be optimal with. I think Affinity is one of the best decks in the current format. It's very good. It puts up a lot of results. It's got a strong, proactive game plan that can ignore its opponent while having occasional interaction in the event that your opponent is slightly faster than you. Affinity is everything you want to be doing in Modern. Actual everything. Yep. Man. Lucky? Yay! Better lucky than good. Better lucky than good. Alright. Drew a bounce land, because Magic's a skill game, and the better player always wins. Don't you dare have some kind of 1-mana spell that beats this Emrakul. I will lose my shit. There we go. Alright. Fog, right? If he fogged there, we still win the game probably, right? Like, we killed all their lands. I think we're just supposed to click submit, right? I don't think this is a dismember matchup. I'm pretty sure these are just for the Squidbillies. The 1K this weekend is in Moline, Illinois. It is a Nerd Rage qualifying event or something. The store Nerd Rage Gaming in Chicago is doing this like series of championship qualifiers that are all 1Ks. Yeah, I top 16'd the Modern 5K at the Las Vegas Invitational in like 2015, I think, with Affinity. I didn't want to play the Modern deck I brought with me, and someone just handed me a full 75 Affinity cards. I'm just going to click submit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. My opponent is playing a Feel Smart deck, Maddie. My opponent is playing a Feel Smart deck, just for reference. This hand's great. It's just got a ton of mana in it. It's got ways to get that mana out faster. Another Sakura Tribe Scout. Sign me up. Maybe I'll play Affinity at some point. I don't know. Affinity's interesting. Explorer's a good take there. I have a lot else going on. They haven't put pressure on the table yet, which is great for us. Them playing the discard spell also means I can pick up this Telerio West without having to discard, which is nice. Please don't Fulminator Mage me. While my opponent makes a decision here, I would just like to say good morning, afternoon, and good night to everyone, wherever you're out in the world. Thanks for choosing to spend part of your Monday here with us. Hope everyone had a great weekend. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I am a TCG player and content producer, and you've landed here at my Twitch page, maybe my YouTube page in the future. If you're enjoying what you see, I'd encourage you to show a little support by using that follow button there on your screen. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps other people find my stuff. If you're really enjoying what you see and you want to help me produce more of this content, the best way you can do that is by subscribing on Twitch or becoming a patron on Patreon. Both of those help support myself financially directly so I can spend more time producing content and less time doing other things. Wow, no Abrupt Decay there? Interesting. Or maybe they just don't deem this worth Abrupt Decaying since I have 2 of them. Them not having played any pressure out yet is fantastic for us. Like, if they just give us a lot of time, we're just gonna, like, play a bunch of lands out and cast big giant stupids. Which is one of the reasons why I love this deck. Like, the backup plan is real. Like, if you've watched the archives before, if it's your first time watching this deck, we've been playing it a lot the last couple of weeks, and, we just, like, you hard cast these Emrakul's for 15 mana a lot of the time. What we got here? Collective Brutality. Using all 3 modes, sure. So you're not going to get anything out of my hand. You're going to get a 1/1 into play, I guess. Interesting that they took the Explorer earlier. They must not have had the Collective Brutality when they took the Explorer, right? Or playing a Tasigur. That's why we discarded all those things, sure. The old Tasigur Gurmag Angler combo deck on my opponent's side of the board. Another Emrakul. Probably just want a Simic Growth Chamber here, right? So I can start getting, so I can transmute these Solaria Wests. Yep. So, deaden 5 to this. Maybe I'm supposed to have Dismembers in. I don't actually know. I could definitely see an argument for Dismember being correct. Amulet of Vigor. That's actually a good draw, right? So I get to do... And they're out of cards. Wow, that's actually a great draw. Do this. Play this. It untaps. The reason why this is such a good draw is it lets me transmute this turn for a Summoner's Pact. And then next turn I can pact for a Titan and do silly stuff. I don't think Lantern is a very good deck. It doesn't have a proactive game plan. It has an interactive game plan. Breck for 1 turn, Lingering Souls. Quagmire, yep, sweet. Wow. Are they just attacking with everything here? That would be so good for me. No, I think when they tap out here, we just, because they tap, Hornet Queen could have been interesting, but I think because they tapped out here, we're just supposed to try and kill them, right? So the Slayer Stronghold's in my hand, so I have to play that so I can Vesuva it. And now I'm committed, so like I can't even think about it. I could have thought about it before, but yeah, now we're just gonna get Primeval Titan, and then Titan's gonna try and do his thing. So this is gonna get Boros Garrison and Vesuva. We're gonna copy Slayer Stronghold, put all these here. Untap, untap. This is gonna return Teleria West to my hand. I have this target here. So here's the question. Do I be conservative and get Colony Garden for blockers? I could get, like, Colony Garden Bajuka Bog here, right? But then I just don't have a lot going on. I think I'm just supposed to try and kill them. So I'm just going to get the 2 Spire Rockdolls. And we can hit Hornet Queen, another Titan, World Spine Worm, or one of the 2 Emrakuls here. So we get 8 looks here to win the game. We're gonna spin our figurative Marvel into an Emrakul. Hopefully, there's Hornet Queen, so that should mean we don't lose the game, which is nice. Oh, I suppose Fulminator Mage could kill us here, so maybe I should have put another green land into play at some point. There's the Emrakul. Okay, so they're actually just dead. So this is why the Spire Rock Knolls are in the deck. So these will untap now. And once my opponent has taken 8 points of damage, we'll get to cast this Emrakul. And then my opponent will lose the game because we'll take an extra turn. Pay for our pact. Yes. Got him. Get him! Got him! Good. I didn't load this deck up to play. What a great mantra. I didn't load this deck up to play around stuff. What truer words have never been spoken. We're gonna talk about playing around stuff, and then we're not gonna do it. Yeah, seems fine, right? It's ancient stories, could be literal anything. Shambling Vent, go. Whenever anyone asks my opinion about any Magic deck, this is just a good comment in general, and you're asking me, do I think a deck is good? I'm talking about, is it something that I would reasonably play at something like an Open or a Grand Prix or a large Magic tournament? Most modern decks that have seen some sort of results are fine if you're just looking for something to play at F&M or a smaller tournament or have a good time with. Remember, Magic is predominantly a game that you should be playing to have fun. You know, there's not enough money in Magic to play it when you're not having fun. So, like, if you enjoy a deck, you should 10 out of 10 probably play that deck. But if you don't, like, if you're looking to win, there are definitely decks you should avoid versus others. Alright, let's Ancient Stirrings here. Cavern of Souls, Grove of the Burn Willows. Probably just getting another Grove here, right? So I don't want to play a bounce land because then I have to return a land to my hand. This is the Null version. How much does this deck? I have no idea. I don't own any Magic cards. In fact, if you click to the sponsors page here, this bottom one here, they rent Magic cards. They're sending me this deck for the weekend. SpareDeck.com. Good stuff. All the other sponsors are great too. If you're into buying Magic cards, check the rest of these guys out. But Spare Deck rents you stuff. I think this is just Grove here. I'll grab Grove and then I'll play Bajuka Bog, so we get my tapped land in, and then next turn we'll cast Azusa and then play a bunch of lands out. I thought about it. So if we missed on... Hopefully they don't go double discard spell. They just flipped an Inquisition to this Bob. Bob's really good against us. This card's terrible in Modern in general because, like, there's so much removal and you have shock lands and stuff. But, like, against us, we're not really pressuring the life totals. This card's really good against non-interactive combo decks. How do you feel to the Visor? I think those decks are great. They're mostly unplayable on Magic Online, though, so I won't be streaming them. But I think those decks are fantastic in general. Pick your favorite Azusa. Hopefully they don't have Path here, so that way I get to play out 2 extra lands with Azusa. I think the Abzan Company variation of the Visor deck is the best version. Perfect. That's a good draw. So the reason why the Gemstone Mine is a good draw is because it means my opponent will not have a chance to kill my Azusa before I get to play 2 lands out. Holy God, that just happened. What is... Welcome... You know... Modern's an interesting format, and leagues on Magic Online are competitive, like, you know... All bets are off. What's going on? Nobody knows! Nobody knows what's happening! I'm just not gonna... I gave you reasons why Dark Confidant wasn't good, and I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you about why it's not. Modern is a sweet format. There's lots of things like that. We were definitely thoroughly got there. Girl Turf? This feels like a Gruul turf. So, I think if they were going to ban Splinter Twin from Modern, they probably need to ban Death Shadow in its current form, because Death Shadow in its current form is basically Splinter Twin. You just get to add these couple, like the shell, you get to basically add the Street Wraith, Death Shadow, Thoughtseize package into almost every other deck, and like, that means like, I'm looking at Grixis control and I'm like, well, this is just worse than playing Grixis Death Shadow, just like it was worse than playing Grixis Twin. Things like that. Black-White Force Spec. I mean, I love Dark Confidant. There was a reason I've played so much Dead Guy Ale in Modern. This is one of my favorite Magic cards. But, like, it's genuinely not good in Modern because of what the average deck in Modern is trying to do with itself and how much removal there is in general. The souls are lingering. Holy God! How does the ramp deck ever beat a Smallpox? What is even going on? And so, when you ask yourself the important question, how does my deck ever beat this deck? The answer to that is win round 1 of the tournament you're playing. We are currently 1-1 in this league. Not that it matters, because, like, your record in a league match, in a league, doesn't matter. Like, it pairs you randomly. I hope Matt is enjoying himself right now. And I hope your body is ready for this weekend, Maddie. Matt, you know as well as I do that being good against the best deck doesn't make your deck a better choice than the best deck. Sure, the Grixis Delver was good against Grixis Twin, but Grixis Twin was better against the format in general. Awesome, fan. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, it's just one of my favorite archetypes to play. My body is ready to get manatized again. We've been smallpoxed and manatized, yep. So, we're dead here, Well-Wisher, if we don't get to do our thing, so, like, we might as well try and do our thing, right? Oh, good, there's tech edges in their deck, too? This is a totally reasonable, realistic, and winnable matchup. Don't you all think totally realistic, winnable, and beatable? I'm gonna concede now. Hornet Queen seems great. Engineered Explosive seems great. Radiant Fountain and Ghost Quarter seem better than Cavern and Bajuka Bog. Honestly, I might just want 28 lands in this matchup just because they're trying to grind us out. Through the Breach is usually pretty terrible against these discard decks. World Spine's not great. Tireless Tracker seems fine. Thoughts on Marduna here? I think there's a reason no one's playing that archetype. Got a Tribe Scout, maybe? I think I want the Azuzas to try and power out lands. Let's give this a try. This matchup's probably miserable for us. I mean, Negate's not good against Manatide. You could argue it's good against Smallpox. Things we're not going to do against the Smallpox deck, Mulligan. Things we are going to do against the Smallpox deck, play this Bounce land on turn 2 and cross our fingers. So, we need the Emmercools to hit off the Knolls, and we can also just, like, cast this card, so... If they cast Smallpox on 2, we're just going to concede and move on with our league, for reference. I think whatever version of Kiki Chords you're playing, it's probably not going to be very good against the Modern field in general. So, like, which version you play is probably whatever. Like if you're playing Kiki Chord in Modern right now, you're realistically, like, not being super competitive. So, like, pick the version you enjoy playing the most if you're playing Kiki Chord. If you like playing Nahiris, go ahead and play Nahiris. Killing Dark Confidant's not unreasonable. Oh, those don't cast Smallpox. Those don't cast Smallpox. Yay. We're doing it, fam. Oh, yeah, second Emrakul. That's exactly what this hand needed. Get my Gruul Turf on. Pick up this here forest. The good news is, if they played this, they're probably not poxing us next turn. And if we hit an untapped land, we can, like, play a Primeval Titan. Revealed Godless Shrine, sure. Did you poop, child? My toddler might have pooped. Man, Modern's a lawless place, let me tell you. The old turn 2 Dark Confidant definitely isn't going to Smallpox me on 3, right? We've got that going for us, right? Nope. Nope, just kick me in the dick over and over and over again. Trigger. I mean, we're currently getting Smallpoxed and Mana Tithed, so... If we draw a land next turn, I think we're going to Pact for Tracker. In Constructed, probably not bad Mert. I don't think so. I don't think the conscript mechanic is anywhere consistent enough. You have to be playing, like, reasonable cards. Like, the problem is, like, if they kill your grandfather's totem, you just, like, don't have enough payoff. Right? Look, we paid our $12 to be here. Can my 28 land deck draw a land? Can my 28 land deck draw a land? Can the 28 land deck... See, the problem is I've read this book, and oh, we did it! We did it, fam! In before... Bounce land would be fine. It lets us play the land over and over again with Tireless Tracker. Bounce lands and Tireless Trackers are lit, as the kids say. What's going on, Kooky Kooky? this is going to be a regular Monday occurrence. So I've added Magic back into my regular streaming schedule. I'll be streaming Magic Online every Monday afternoon from noon till about 4 Central Standard Time, and Tuesday mornings as well. Oh, don't you do it. Sorin, the Lord of Innistrad. Deal. What do you think of Marvel Aetherworks is worth? Nope, probably not. Please, one time. Look, Maddie, we can't afford to beat things like that, so we're just not going to try. Can I draw an untapped land here, please? I would really like to draw an untapped land. God bless us, everyone. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. So this means they can tech edge us, but it also means I get to crack a clue from my tracker, so, you know. I'm going to call that a wash. Now, if they tech edge us and then smallpox us, I'm going to curl up into a small ball on the floor and weep for a moment. But, oh, dang it! So, this is a little trick that people that played back then will know about. You can hold priority with tech edge because for whatever reason, the way tech edge is templated, it only checks if the opponent controls 4 lands when you put the ability on the stack. So they can double tech edge me here. Don't fatal push my tracker. Don't fatal push my tracker. Please don't fatal push my tracker. If they path my tracker, whatever, it gives me a land back. There probably aren't paths in their deck. Okay. Can we splice this entire match into its own video, right? Pick my Tlaria West back up. Now I'm going to pick the Forest back up, actually, because the next turn I can play the Forest back out and then crack 2 clues. Seems efficient. Sure, you have souls. I have an emblem coming next turn. I can hit engineered explosives here and then crack it. Ghost Quarter, that's not going to do it. Or they're going to get to kill my thing, whatever. Not an emblem, that's what I meant, they get to kill my thing. Their -2 is the emblem. That's fine. If we would have gotten to EE, it means we would have killed the Sorin, which would have been worth it. Alright. I'm at 19, I guess. Sure. Oh, it's the same Sorin. Okay. Calling Garden's a fine hit. Let's block, and the next time we get to Primeval Titan. And then if we Primeval Titan and nothing goes wrong, that's asking a lot, assuming nothing goes wrong, we can then Pact for Hornet Queen the following turn. You know, dealer's choice here. 10 out of 10 losing the Titan. Yep, Titan down. This is another Titan, but, like, I have to, Alright, so now he's turning the corner. Removal spell. Don't cast Smallpox. Oh, yep, deal. So I'm going down to 11 here, and next turn he's going to have more than lethal in the air. So probably just dead, because he's going to make another emblem with the Sorin. Ancient Stirrings can find engineered explosives. We have 2 of those. Yep, comes the beats. The deck full of 2 mana lands does not beat the double Tech Edge Smallpox Mana Tithe pile of cards. Let's queue up for the next one. And again, we just shouldn't have lost the first batch, you know, and then you don't have to play against nonsense like that. That's what it is. Modern's the type of format where Modern has more matchup variance than any other format in Magic. So, like, you have to understand that, like, regardless of what you're coming to the table within Modern, there's going to be things where, like, your opponent sits down across from the table from you, and, like, they're going to play their first land and play their first spell, and you're going to be like, oh, this is a matchup where just, like, I can't win, or, like, I'm very, very unlikely when I'm, like, sub 10% to win, and it's like, if you can't handle that, you just really can't play Modern, and you just, like, when they happen, you, like, try your best and, like, try to play to that 10%, but when you don't hit it, you just shrug it off and move on to your next match. The 27 lands, you know? Whatever. Easy peasy. Take the old Mullerino here. Seems fine. I'd love an Explore. Oh! Oh, you're right. I could have gotten Gemstone Mine there, right? How much mana did I have? Yeah, I could have survived the turn there. We're probably unlikely to win that game still, but Matt's right. Thank you for pointing that out, Matty. I think there was a Gemstone Mine in those top cards, which means that if I would have taken the Gemstone Mine, I could have transmuted the other Teleria West to my hand for the Engineered Explosives and then cracked it and cleared the tokens. I'm still dead in 2 to the Tireless Tracker, but then I could Pact for Titan the following turn, or Pact for Hornet Queen, because I'd have 1 more land in play. Okay. This deck has a lot going on, and I'm definitely not nowhere near perfect at it. Let me get this other Amulet into play, and then play a land and pass the turn. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I had enough mana to do that. Some kind of control deck, probably. I mean, Colligan's commanded to kill an Amulet here. Hornet Queen was getting Mana-Tithed, right? Oh, we're going to draw an Inquisition or Thoughtseize. Like, we definitely weren't in a good position to win that game, but we definitely weren't completely out of it. I'll discard this extra Emrakul that I have. I mean, sure. Casual drawn more amulets than land so far this game. Yeah, bounce land would be good here. Opponent probably has Cryptic Command or something like that up, so like it's whatever, but huh. Which of these cards do I not want to draw? I probably don't really care for Azusa at this point, right? play that. We can cast this Primeval Titan next turn. I didn't play the second land because I kind of want to hold this. This also gets to... No, nope. I missed that land drop on purpose. This is a good thing to talk about. I am dumb, but I missed that land drop on purpose. This land represents 2 mana the turn I play it, right? Because it enters play tapped and then untaps. So that's why we did what I did there. It's like I can play Primeval Titan next turn now. Which it's looking like I'm going to get to do. Would I rather do Teleria West, though? Probably. I can double Titan because I have 2 amulets, right? I mean, I'm definitely an idiot, but I did that on purpose. So, float mana. So, multiple amulets is real good, in case anyone was wondering. So, I get to do this, and then I cast this Primeval Titan. And then Titan's gonna trigger. And then I would love to use Titan's ability. And then I can actually just get two bounce lands here since I already have the Teleria West in play, right? So I go Teleria West, or Simic Growth Chamber plus Groll Turf here. And we're gonna put all of these on the stack here like this. And we float mana in response to these things before they untap again. So we go ahead and we do this. Then untaps and we do this, and this untaps and we do this untaps, and we do this. Am I going to be short here? Oh, I'm short, aren't I? I can't actually double Titan, huh? Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I miscounted. This is only 8. I need 9 to double Titan, so I would have needed 1 left over. So now, not having played this bit me, I think I was right for not doing it there, but that's fine. And pick up this Teleria West. Like I said, I'm dumb, but I didn't actually count. I just assumed we were going to have enough mana because we had 2 amulets. We don't have any land drops left this turn. Pacting for Azusa doesn't do anything because we don't have another thing to do. Oh wait, shit. Okay, this is something I actually need to count. No, we were not close to casting Emrakul if we packed for Azusa, right? Huh. I think I get Summoner's Pact here and then I just pass the turn. Because it only gives me 2 more land drops, and I'm going down to 2 mana to cast the Azusa, and then this is plus 8. So, yeah, I'm just going to get a Summoner's Pact here to replace this Titan after they kill it. There's no way they're not pathing this Titan, right? The problem is they're going to have counter magic up next turn, which kind of sucks. So I should have, if I didn't, so my line was correct in that I really didn't want to, get the Slayer Stronghold because they were likely going to path me, but I should have gotten Cavern of Souls. I should have gotten Cavern of Souls. Just gonna bounce land for now. Cast this, see what happens. Probably getting like negated or something. Yep. Yeah, I messed this game up pretty badly. We could have pacted on our last turn while they were tapped out otherwise. And there might have been merit to just, like, a couple people mentioned getting engineered explosives to just, like, do that after I'd already messed up, but I don't really like doing that. This is how much mana at this point? This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we can actually just cast Emrakul next turn, right? I'm pretty sure that's not incorrect. So just pass the turn back. So this is 6, 7, 8, 9. No, this is only going to be... This is 9, this is 13. So we can cast Emrakul in 3 turns. So we're going to die to the spirits before then. So this game was definitely had the tools to win this game and messed it up. Not getting Cavern that turn when I couldn't double Titan. No, Scape Shift isn't particularly good. I'm mostly just, like, trying not to, like, vomit a bunch of money away. I've made a good amount of money playing Magic Online the last month, so, like, I'm gonna try not to throw all of those winnings away. Alright, I mean, if they don't have Snapcaster or Double Burn Spell here, we could win this game. Okay. Yep, there's the first burn spell. Yep, and the Snapcaster. No, if we would have gotten the Cavern, we would have cast the Pact on our previous turn, and then we could have paid for Pact and cast the second Titan the following turn, so it was definitely a mistake. Because I didn't get the Cavern, I didn't have that line available to me. I think this is a matchup where I want the counter spells. Trim these Tribe Scouts, just like eat it and die before they do anything. I think I probably don't need 2 explosives. Hornet Queen seems fine to go wide against them. I already trimmed Anazusa. I'm just trimming the Explorers. I guess Through the Breach isn't a threat without something else. I'll cut one of those. Let's do this. Yes, Grixis Delver is definitely very, very good, and we'll that's probably going to be the tank refill deck. I definitely want 2 Azuzas in the 75. Like, playing a bunch of lands out's a very reasonable plan. And a lot of times they can kill or counter one, and we want a second one to go packed for. I would love to play first. Sand's got Cavern and Titan in it. Sign me up. We don't have a green source, but, you know, details. Sometimes I wish I could take nothing there. You say hi, Jacob. This is my oldest. For those of you who are new to the stream, I am a father of 2. Jacob is 3. He's my eldest. He's a good kid. Legacy Elves is definitely one of the better decks in Legacy. Seems perfectly reasonable to play. Am I playing out this Amulet of Vigor? Yeah, I get in under 2 mana counter magic this turn. Getting Culligan's Commanded is whatever. This means my bounce lands make green mana next turn, which would be nice. Yeah, they do. They have big giant mops on their head. We actually probably need to cut Jake's hair sometime soon here. He hasn't had a haircut yet, and it's getting hot out. Actually, it's pretty hot out again today. It's thankfully less hot than yesterday. Well, you know. 27 lands later. Shame you can't name sorcery with the cavern, right? Oh, please miss a land drop. It'd be sweet if we hit a Simic Growth Chamber, because then we would be able to float blue and then bounce this and transmute in addition to Stirrings. I'll take a Gruul Turf, though. I think I'm still going to bounce this Teleria West. So I only have 5 mana here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so I'm going to return this to my hand. Another Emrakul or Gemstone Mine. I will take the land. We don't have any... We need those. Yep, nothing to see here. Only 1 Emrakul left in the deck, so our Spine Rocknulls are very unlikely to combo our opponent this game. Hopefully we can avoid getting techage. Like, it's kind of risky playing this out before we have a troop to play with it right away, but, like, I think it's worse to just, like, that's a good draw. All right, well, we're going to play this. And now I can end step this on my opponent, which feels good. Which spell? Dispel right here. Pact of Negation. Alright. That's definitely one that'll come in handy at some point, probably. Cast this big old giant. I think I'm just going to go for the Boros Garrison and... Slayer Stronghold here, since I already have more threats in my hand. This means he has to path me. Can pick this Teleria West back up. Oh, I guess I actually can't transmute this yet, huh? Maybe this is a little loose. I guess I could technically pact them, but then I can't pay for the pact if he has a counterspell, if he has 2 paths. Maybe my line here was bad. We can cast the Hornet Queen next turn, though, right? Yeah, looks like it. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, draw. We'd love to find some blue mana so we can transmute this. If they have a negate, they probably want to negate this. And then, if this gets countered, we're going to play the Teleria West out, so that... God bless it. Yeah, I'm going to play this for now. This way we can play the Pact of Negation and not get countered off it. I can't play the Hornet Queen, but, like, I really don't want to run the Hornet Queen into a Cryptic Command anyways here, so... If I draw a bounce land, I can bounce the Cavern of Souls and then replay it on Insect. Snap bolted. Yep. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're 5 off of casting Emrakul. We thought Scouring instead? Okay. Want more answers, not a faster clock. Yeah, and I mean, like, that's part of the appeal of this deck, like I said, is you can just cast Emrakul. Firing up Colonnade here. That's good. That probably gives us a window to resolve this queen without a, without needing Cavern. Going to 11 here. Troll Turf. So I'm definitely playing this out. Actually, I have Pact of Negation to fight over stuff too, right? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I'm just going to play the Grove. Do this. Can play this through a Mana Leak. Trigger. Slayer Stronghold target. Rawr, Horde Queen. Also, this version needs the extra damage off Slayer Stronghold to make Spell Rock Null work. Cobland with the brand new Twitch Prime subscription. Keep forgetting to resub at the end of the month. Thanks for all the content. I appreciate the continued support. Welcome back. I do. I forget to use my... I have a Prime subscription. I forget to re-up to. You don't want to attack me? That's so weird. Nagate. Alright. So I keep counting this. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is 12, 13. I think I'm just supposed to play this, right? Return the Cavern to my hand, maybe? I guess I could have floated blue and transmuted the Teleria West, but I actually want to hold the Negate up, I think. I'm going to go ahead and Slayer Stronghold one of my insect tokens here and attack with a couple of these, I think. I'm going to attack with this and the Hornet Queen itself. Reset the null. Oh, I guess I could have reset the null, right? Because these Hornet Queens could theoretically trigger the null. That's interesting. I didn't think about that. Awesome. Spare deck just said they're sending my order out today. Cryptic command. How about no? They are returning this to their hand and tapping all of my creatures. Am I okay with this? Now they can't replay the Snapcaster Mage. Yeah, I think I'm okay with this if they can't replay the Snapcaster Mage this turn. So this lets them hit me with the Celestial Colonnade, but that only puts me to 7. Yep. Hopefully we don't get burned out here. Yeah, Pack loses to Tech Edge and a couple other things. 6, 7, 10. Oh yeah, it does the Cryptic too, because if they come out to one of our lands. So how aggressive do you want to be, opponent? They could technically attack with Colonnade and Snap Bolt us this turn. Gives us free reign to do whatever we want next turn, though. What you doing, opponent? Hey, Kill Art, thanks for the sub support. And to be fair, I never really quit Magic. I stopped streaming. So the Cryptic Command's gonna get to tap my squad again here, which feels kind of bad. Ancient Stirrings, alright. What you got? Another Amulet, Simic Growth Chamber. I think it's Growth Chamber here. now I can do this and play this, and then bounce the Teleria West, then transmute. Even mind censored? Snapcaster, sure. Okay. Like tapping my guys and bouncing my Slayer Stronghold? What are the modes here? Tap all creatures your opponent controls draw a card. Yeah, I don't really care about that. Okay. So I'm gonna get Summoner's Pact. This is 6, and then I can activate Slayer's Stronghold, so yes, cast this. Yep, Primeval Titan. I guess I can tap like this and then still Slayer's Stronghold that way. I don't have a ghost. Did I board in Ghost Quarter? God, I did it again. I didn't board in the Ghost Quarter. Man, that sucks. I always do that too. Yeah, there's no Sunhome in this list either. So I'm gonna grab the Spine Rock Knoll and probably a Simic Growth Chamber to help with the packs for next turn. Why do I want to bog him? What does that do at this point in my life? I should have put the hideaway onto the thing first, whatever. Alright, so I'm gonna return this to my hand, whatever. I just need to live a turn, right? So that way I can... Well, I have packs to pay for next turn, which kind of sucks. Explore. Clear his yard of snap value. Maybe. I guess Explore is kind of a redraw. There's only one Emrakul left in my deck, which is unfortunate. Because I can't replay the other Spine Rock this turn. And this trigger gets to get Bog. So I'm going to get Vesuva, so I get 4 more looks at the Emrakul, and we'll get Bajuka Bog here to void their discard pile. Choose a land for Vesuva to enter as. I would like Vesuva to enter as a Spine Rock Knoll. That's unfortunate. So we can't actually use this until later, so the Through the Breach doesn't do anything, so we can't use it till after combat. So I guess I'll just put a bounce land under it. Man, are we gonna lose this game? I guess I get to cast Explore here, right? Summoner's Pack, sure. If we die, we die. Dead to double bolt. Bolt Helix. Do they have enough mana to bolt K command kill us? Maybe. The fact that we had drew 2 Emrakul's this game was a little miserable. Dead to Path. Oh, geez. You know what? I messed up. You guys had me talking about the Bajuka Bog so much. I think maybe I was supposed to get a Colony Garden at some point, because then I could play around Path Bolt killing us. Oh, jeez. Wait, I just have Bolt and it doesn't matter? Oh man, are we getting another turn? Holy crap, we might be getting another turn. So let's figure out how we're paying for these things. Oh, put these triggers on the stack. So we tap 9 mana here. So green, dupe, like this. That's 9, right? I would like to not lose to my packs. Yes. Pact of Negation is actually a pretty good draw here. Yep. Colony Garden, Solaria West. Actually, playing this deck in paper is much better than playing it on Magic Online, because you could shortcut, and like you don't have to keep picking your deck up. Like Michael, you're much faster in paper than I am online here. Alright, opponent conceded. They're just burning my clock. Got it. Just making sure I attacked with everything. Alright, begin sideboarding. Yeah, I think I like our plan. I don't think Swan Song is good enough. I don't think giving them a token is something we're interested in trying to beat. No, we're not playing a Ballista. We had to give up a lot of those slots, like the Courser and the Ballista and stuff, to make room for the Through the Breach Emrakul package. Oh, I want the Ghost Quarter. Thank you. Cut the Through the Breach. Thank you, chat. Chat with the clutch. Do I want to get rid of all the breaches? I'm just going to get rid of all the breaches and put this other Explorer back in. Let's do this. 2 Pact of Negation feels pretty good in this matchup. I'd buy that for $1. Nah, the Colony makes green mana. The making green mana is relevant. They're similar, and making green mana is relevant. I could see wanting this in addition to. No, we definitely don't want Dismember. That's too aggressive. And like they easily burn us out a lot of the time. Cut the World Spine? I can just cast the World Spine Worm? Yeah, I guess it's not particularly good. Yeah, I like that, actually. Let's do that. I'm going to cut the World Spine for the Radiant Fountain, if this submits. We might have... Okay, sweet. Yeah, because with Path, it's not particularly great. I like that. Just, like, make all of our land drops. Cast Giant Emrakuls. Seems like a good plan. Where did the remote go, Jacob? What's your opinion of Kiki Cord? I think Kiki Cord is very poorly positioned in Modern. Pete Head with the 9-month resubscription. It's 4:30 a.m. my time, but I finally caught a stream that isn't late at night for a change. What's going on? I'm actually going to be streaming around this time slot pretty consistently now. I'm started about 2 hours ago, and then I'm going to be going... we're actually going to roll this Magic stream right into a Hex stream and go until about 7 o'clock this evening. So, I'm going to be here for another 5 hours or so. Modern has gotten consistently more linear and less interactive, and Kikucord kind of shines being a interactive deck in the format. Yeah, the linear decks are just, like, really efficient and hit from a lot of different angles. Kikikord's a great F&M deck. Hopefully Magic Online doesn't lag us out of this match. I only have 8 minutes left. Teleria West seems fine because it lets us cast this negate down the line. It is almost 2 o'clock here. This deck can Goldfish a turn 2 kill off double Amulet. And you kill with some consistently on turn 3 to 4. Also, you have Grove of the Burn Willows and Engineered Explosives if you want to be interactive, but we do just like Goldfish a fast kill. This deck is everything I want to be doing in Modern. It has linear, non-interactive draws that my opponents just can't beat some of the time, and it allows me to grind in Toolbox. Yeah, if you look, I posted my updated stream schedule. Today's going to be my later day. The other days are still Hex After things in the noon. There's a link to the stream schedule down below the stream, as always. What do they got going on here? You're going to get Stone Rained or Fulminator Mage or something? Your toolboxes, search for your toolboxes, right? What a great way to put it. Lingering Souls? That's really good for them. They have a clock on the table now. I came back to Magic Online because Magic Online is the most convenient way to play Magic from your home. Just, you know, plain and simple. Christy and I talked about doing paper board game streams at some point. The problem is, like paper Magic, they'd be really kind of hard to get across. And it's like, who are you reaching? You have to pick, like, are we just like hanging out and playing, or are we like teaching people? And it wouldn't be anywhere near the production value of like people. Whenever board game streams come up, people always talk about Will Wheaton's board game streams. Like, they would be nowhere near the quality of that. So like, I think burning the negate there to cut their clock in half is definitely a worthwhile thing to do. But Jukabog, welcome to the party. You're a turn late. Do I just pact here for Tireless Tracker? Am I pacting for Azusa or Tireless Tracker? Let's see if pact resolves. Do I want Azusa or Tireless Tracker here? Azusa just lets me put a bunch of lands into play, which would be good. I kind of like getting Azusa. It's better against land destruction, too. And I haven't played a land yet for the turn, right? So I'm going to go ahead and do this and play the Groll Turf here to start. Yeah. Pick this up. Yeah, so like what's more valuable, right? Is it more valuable to have +2 lands in play, or is it more valuable to have I don't want to play the Bajuka Bog because they could kill this in response to the trigger, and I don't get to play 2 extra lands this turn, so I think I'm actually just going to go Teleria West into Selesnya Sanctuary here. Yeah. I'm going to leave this in play for now in case I draw a negate next turn. I'm going to pick the Spine Rock Dole back up, I think. Yep, and whatever we played just got bolted anyways, like we suspected, but we got 2 land drops out of her, so now we're more live when we draw our bigger bombs off the top. Yeah, you always want to play a land with the trigger last. Fuck! They're playing Tassiger. Alright, super punished for not having bogged. Just like the most punished we could have been for having not played bog that turn. Man, that's frustrating. I didn't put them on playing Tassiger, and I didn't want to just exile a... I didn't want to exile just one thing. Man. That's easily going to cost us this game. To block this, at least. Yeah, I really like the Through the Breach package, chat. It's very powerful. Always block before you have to. Just gonna do this and pick this back up so we can make another blocker for next turn. Joke's on you, I don't have any spells. Alright, this game's done. So, yeah, we're not hitting anything for a little while there. Let's fire it back up and vomit some more money into the machine. What do you need, Jacob? Can you show me? Can you show me what you need? What do you need, buddy? Yeah. Four-color Cryptic Mantics, right? That's definitely one of the things that makes Hex interesting. The lack of quality fixing makes there definitely be a lot more diversity, because you can't just like play all of the best cards in the same deck. Okay, blue Tron. Because Moto Leagues. Repeal my Amulet, sure. Sure. Can we draw Bounce Land next turn? That would be hot. Might be about time to restart Magic Online. That's unfortunate. I think I want to explore here. If I hit a Bounce Land, we get to do stuff. Hit a Forest. Alright, I mean, I guess I get to play Bog and then explore again. Oh, rough. So they have Tron now. Solemn Simulacrum. Can we draw Bounce Land so I can kill them with this Titan if they tap out? Have a Chalice of the Void, maybe? Yeah, the Hex design team is really good at, like, subtly fixing the mistakes that Magic's teams keep making over the years. Yeah, right? If I was better at Magic, I'd have just palmed a couple of extra bounce lands into my hand there. Chalice for 1. Do you have a Chalice for 0 as well? Please bounce land. Please bounce land. Maybe they don't have counter. If they had counter magic, they wouldn't have just tapped out for this, right? So maybe they just don't have it. He's gonna get Ulamogged and die. Ugin actually doesn't matter. God bless you. Can I draw? Can I please draw a red source or a... God bless us, everyone. God, Modern is so fair and interesting. I love Modern. Alright, I'm going to put this guy into play. I think we just want to attack the Ugin here, right? Attack Ugin. This means he can sacrifice it, but like... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I don't attack the Ugin, he's going to keep the Ugin as his only permanent and then get to ultimate it, so... Getcha. That's a good constructive comment there. Get out of here. Play this Azusa. We don't have anything else useful to pact for right now. Alright, well, yeah, another Titan. God, watch us lose this game after we Emerald them. Oh, I could play this. The Chalice is gone. Derp. Let's enter his Bajuka Bog and void their discard pile just in case. I'm gonna jam my first Titan because we just got like Titans on Titans on Titans here, right? So many people are used to just like there being no moderation on the internet, and they think they can just like come into anywhere and just like be obnoxious, and just like, no, I don't have to put up with that here. This is my stream. I'm doing this for fun because I enjoy it. I don't have to listen to obnoxious people like that. Get out of here. Alright, someone remind me to restart Magic Online after this game. Negate and Pact of Negation sound great. Tireless Trackers sound good for grinding them out. Ghost Quarter sounds excellent. 11 months later! And Pandazed with the resubscription. Thank you for the continued support. I do appreciate it. Welcome back. Oh, I want Rex Sage for... their stupid things, right? Probably. Probably is not a Wiggly Worm matchup. They don't deal damage to themselves with their lands. This is probably a fine Through the Breach matchup. And what else do I want to cut? 6 cuts is a lot. Do I not want the tracker package? Maybe I don't want trackers and negates. Negates probably fine. Maybe the tracker package isn't good enough. We can trim some explorers. They don't really interact with our tribe scouts. So I don't really want to cut tribe scouts into matchups where they can't interact, because they're kind of linear. Maybe a summoner's pact because they're chalicing us. Maybe I don't want both the negates. That seems fine. I really don't want, because like this matchup can be a race sometimes, and like Tribe Scout's really good at helping us race. They also put their Chalice on 1 that game, so maybe I'm not supposed to cut a Pact because they don't know they're supposed to be Chalicing me for 0. Yeah, that sounds great. Kiki Court is not particularly well positioned in Modern, so I'm not playing it. I'm working on finding decks that are both I enjoy playing and can win games. So Kiki Court's not particularly good at winning games in Modern. I'm not 100% certain, to answer your question, Klutz, I'm not 100% certain that, I'm not 100% sure, you know, I probably wasn't supposed to do that, because they have a Ghost Quarter. Yeah, if they want to Ghost Quarter me, I can just, like... Okay, so this is kind of cute, right? So, I get to put this Vesuva into play. And now this one's going to let me pick up the one they're Ghost Quartering. Which they did technically put me behind a land drop here, but I still have the land in my hand, so I think that's a win for me, especially with 2 Tribe Scouts out. We should just, like, start jamming Titans down their throat next turn. Oh, you know what? Can we could transmute for Cavern, too, right? So I'm going to do this and put this into play. And then I'm going to do this and put this into play, because I want to make blue and then put this into play and then bounce this. I need just Ancient Stirrings now. Let's start an Ancient Stirring, see what we get. Negate, sure. Can I just... 1, 2, 3, 4... No, I can't just play a Titan now. So let's do this. And then play my land for the turn. Pick up this Teleria West. Make some more mana. Transmute this. Grab Cavern of Souls here. I'm not going to play the Cavern of Souls out because I don't want to give them a chance to tech edge it. Attack with one of these, might as well. We can end step, put this Cavern into play. I wouldn't be surprised if that's correct, Klutz. They don't have it. Sweet. Let's do this. Honestly, it could just be, it could just be like another Explorer or something, too, to add consistency and ramp. I really wouldn't be surprised if something to add consistency is just correct, really. So now this guy, and this is what's sweet about playing against the grindy decks, or when you don't have Titans. So like this is yes, you're loud. I love you. I love you, but you're very loud. All right, so we're gonna get Teleria West plus a Simic Growth Chamber here. Maybe I'm just supposed to get Ghost Quarter, actually. Yeah, I'm an idiot. I'm just supposed to get Ghost Quarter and Ghost Quarter them here, probably, so I don't get Tron next turn. Yeah, I'm probably just supposed to do that. If we get Tron, it'd be sad here. The lands come into play tapped from my Medieval Titan if there's not an Amulet in play. So we cannot Slayer Stronghold him. That is not an option. Oh. Ha! Yeah, you're right. We could have, right? Okay. Thank you for the line. I could have bounced the Ghost Quarter, but I could have also bounced the Slayer Stronghold and then put it in with the Scouts. Yeah, good call. Thank you, Chat Fam. Chat Fam has my back. All right. I'm just going to transmute this for Pact of Negation, just in case anything goes wrong here. Opponent concedes. Alright, yep, you're dead. Alright, let's restart Magic Online here really quick. While I restart Magic Online, I would just like to say good morning, afternoon, and good night to everyone, wherever you're out in the world. Thanks for choosing to spend part of your Monday here with us. Hope everyone had a great weekend. My name is Jeff Hoagland, and I am a TCG player and content producer. And you've landed here at my Twitch page, maybe at my YouTube page in the future. If you're enjoying the stream and you want to show a little bit of support, I encourage you to use that follow button there on the screen. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps other people find my work. If you're really enjoying what you see and you want to go above and beyond and help support my content a little bit extra, the best way you can do that is by subscribing on Twitch or becoming a patron on Patreon. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors. MTGOtraders.com would love to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you. If you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout there, you'll save 8% on all of your singles orders. InkGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. You can use code Jeff12 there to save 12% on custom mouse pads and playmats and all that jazz. MTGCardMarket.com would love to buy and sell physical Magic cards with you. If you use coupon code Jeff10% there, you'll save money on your orders there. MTGCardMarket.com also publishes a lot of written content on their site, including my own. You can find new written Magic articles from me every Friday on their website, and as well as other people like Dylan Donegan and Kevin Jones and lots of other writers. And then finally, SpareDeck.com is a wonderful service that I use personally for a lot of my Magic events. And it is, you can rent any standard or modern deck from their website. You can rent a deck for a weekend up to an entire month. So, you know, you can kind of try before you buy, or if you change decks a lot, it's cheaper to just rent rather than own. So, at any rate, we're back into Magic Online here and waiting for an opponent. So let's wait for... I don't know what it does, but I know what it does, but what does it do? So... the logic is there's situations where we have Through the Breach and Summoner's Pact in our hand and Primeval Titan doesn't actually kill them and we need to actually kill them. I don't know if that comes up enough in practice to make it worth the slot over something like an Explorer or a 4th Emrakul like you pointed out, but there's definitely situations where having the World Spine Worm in our deck allows us to win the game that we wouldn't otherwise win. Got our next opponent here. This league off to a better start, 1-0. If you're enjoying the stream and you didn't catch all of it today, after we sign off, I do archive 100% of my streams on my YouTube channel, which is linked in the stream information down below, so you can always catch the replays there. If this is your first time catching us with this Amulet deck, I've been playing this deck a lot the past couple weeks, so there's dozens of hours of content with this deck up there at this point, so definitely be sure to check that out. We're trying lots of different iterations and configurations. Wiggly Worms are just sweet. Are just sweet. You're not wrong. Also, we can only Summoner's Pact for green cards, ladies and gentlemen, so that's why the worm is there. This hand's a little bit on the slow side, but, like, we've got an Amulet and we've got an Engineered Explosive to let us be interactive against some opponents, and we have a Primeval Titan already, so hopefully we just, like, hit a Zuza, a Pact, or Explore and just get to go kind of crazy. I can't keep this. Why not? How much work is it to keep VODs on YouTube? Not much. All I do while I'm streaming is I press start and stop recording to break my archives up. So all my archives get broken up by the deck that I'm playing. So... what are we doing here? Noble Hierarch. Sure. So I was actually kind of interested in trying Gwent, but as far as I see, the Wine app DB database didn't look like it was successful. Man, is this Engineered Explosives going to be good? If so, why? Could somebody please explain? Anyone? I'm uncertain if this Engineered Explosives is good. Should we poll the chat on if the Engineered Explosives is good? Chat, anyone? Anyone? Bueller? Watch them destroy the Engineered Explosives here and just, like, tilt off. Another Amulet. That's pretty good. Do that now. Play this Bog. I guess I could have technically waited there, right? This has us dead in 4. So if they play another follow-up here... but then we lose our Amulet, Bob. I don't want to lose my Amulet. No play from them is excellent for us. So I can do this into this, and then I can do this. If we hit a 3rd Amulet, we can kill them this turn. We did not hit a 3rd Amulet. We're so unlucky. No 3rd Amulet. Alright. Sweet. So I guess we could get Path next turn, but I can play 2 Titans next turn, right? Yeah, because the first Titan's going to get a bunch of mana. Sure. Engineered explosives is a symmetrical effect. It would destroy my Amulet of Vigor. Ladies and gentlemen. God bless Twitch chat. I mean, I understand I am an idiot. I am an idiot, but I do know what I'm doing some of the time. Some amount of the time I do know what I'm doing. My opponent conceding? Is this a lockup concede? Yep, it's a lockup concede. Got it. We're gonna play all of the Titans there. Daddy was coming home and he was hangry. Alright, Cavern of Souls out, Bog out. I probably just want the Engineered Explosives, right? And then I feel like they're not really interacting with us, so I probably just want to be, like, as linear as possible. The Hornet Queen's probably fine. I mean, to be fair, the only reason I'm here is because I have a computer and a webcam and an internet connection. There's nothing that qualifies me to be here. Opponent's playing mono green-white humans, it looks like. Green-white humans. So Queen seems good. There's Trim and Explorer, probably. Seems fine. Like, keep the EE, because we can have some insane EE turns like we did that last game, but... Sounds kind of slow, right? It doesn't have any interaction, and an opponent's deck probably kills by turn 4 to 5 pretty consistently, and this hand... Yeah, without an Amulet, this hand's just not good enough. Or an untapped green source storing for one. This hand's much better. Just looking for a threat. I'm going to bottom a non-threat. I'm not actually sure if the Hex campaign works in an offline single-player mode. Actually not sure. Alright, where's my Emrakul? Or my World Spine Worm, or my Summoner's Pact for World Spine Worm. Meddling Mage. That's aiming Primeval Titan, right? God, how good is Through the Breach? Like, on a scale of 1 to great, how good is Through the Breach here? This card's annoying. Azusa, sure. So they think they're gonna kill me before Titan happens? That was my second land drop, so pass the turn. Fireman Sam, because he's gonna save the day. Man, kids' cartoons and their catchy songs, let me tell you what. 3 mana. Thalia. Oh, that's... Wow, that's good. That makes this Through the Breach useless. Huh. Wait. Wait, what? Wait, never mind. This is... Okay, yep. Doesn't matter. Nope, actually doesn't. I got there, fam. I got there. We figured it out. Lol. Why is that card in there? I guess if I don't have Amulet, this card's really good against us. Kind of. A lot of our stuff enters tapped anyways. Can I get an Emrakul? Can I get an Emrakul? All I want for Christmas is an Emrakul, an Emrakul, an Emrakul. Do 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 do. The opponent is questioning their life choices right now, right? Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my collected company. Hey, can you guys draw Summoner's Pact, please? Or a Titan, or one of our mini bombs. Even Ancient Stirrings is pretty good because it gives us a bunch of redraws. Yeah, take 5. They might be able to race Emrakul at this point because they have to leave 2 troops behind. Grawl Turf. Excellent. Got them right where we want them. Am I blocking with this Sakura Tribe Scout? Maybe. This is actually a pretty good example of a board state where Worm would be good, but Worm would be good, but Titan's not very good. Thalia's Lieutenant. Yep. Yeah, Radiant Fountain has definitely punched the clock this game. It's gained us 6 so far. So this is 8, 14, 18. I need to block. All right, we might just be dead here, actually. Let's find out, shall we? I don't actually know. I didn't count. I didn't even have to block, technically. We're dead. Alright, yep. Like I said, I think that hand was fine. Our deck does just have 27 lands in it, so you know, sometimes you're just gonna flood out. I don't think I want to change anything. I'm still kind of surprised they named Azusa. Huh. Yeah, I'm gonna cut this Azusa and put an Explore back in after naming Azusa aggressively with Battling Mage. They haven't seen through the Breach yet, right? So I don't want to give them that information. I don't think I showed them Breach yet. This hand, unfortunately, just doesn't do anything. Also, having 2 Emrakuls in the opener is kind of a liability. This hand, again, just, like, has a bunch of mana, but we get to put a bunch of mana into play. And, like, putting mana into play quickly is exactly what this deck wants to do, so when we draw good cards off the top, we can just cast them. It is kind of gross that we have both of our basics in our hand here, because then if they path us, we're not going to get a land, but it's whatever. They might name Titan on this one because I have so much mana already. Which would be unfortunate. Yep. Yep. That's a good name on my opponent's part. That cuts off a lot of our better draws here. Well, I mean... yeah, probably just getting aggroed out here. Yep. Am I blocking here? Probably. How could we have gotten engineered explosives? This takes 2 blue. This takes 2 blue to transmute. Sometimes your deck just draws a bunch of mana. Well, them's the beats. I think those keeps were fine. Mulligan both times. Queue up the third one here. Get good. Yeah, exactly. You just tap your land, scrub. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, that's what keeps the games interesting. If, like, the better player always won, we just wouldn't play this and we'd play chess instead, right? Like, part of the thing that makes Magic interesting is the inherent variance that's built into it. Like, opponent had Meddling Mage on 2 every game. Yeah, it just doesn't do anything. Sand needs lands. That's exactly like a land, right? Just like 15 drop. Exactly. Good. Get it. Got it. Good. That's okay. Yep. Yeah, but then the Teleria West is in play, so we have 2 blue, but the Teleria West is in play instead of our hand. Yes, we could have had double blue, but it would have involved the Teleria West not being in our hand. So that's not useful. Well, the good news is, if we draw a Keru, we're going to go insane. Keru is a bounce land, for those who are unfamiliar. Don't really want to draw Grove at this point. Any order on the rest of these. We put 4 non-Kerus on the bottom of our deck, so that feels good. The current versions of Amulet that are not playing Through the Breach are also not playing Serum Visions. The deck does not play Serum Visions anymore. Look at the deck list, the Amulet Titan deck list that Bobby Fortinelli and Edgar, I'm blanking on Edgar's last name, I apologize, played. They don't actually play. They don't actually play those cards. So Slayer Stronghold worse than a Keru, but, you know, is what it is. Alright, kill me. There's the Coco. Spin the wheel. There's the infinite mana. Alright, do your thing, opponent. Enjoy the show. All my opponent does stuff. Yeah, Keru's Evercool, right? This is Bant Nightfall with the other combo. So, we're dead here, but, as someone who's been timed out on Magic Online, many a times, my opponent's gonna have to kill us. So, and I know there's always some salt in Twitch chat when I make my opponent click through their combo, but, like, watch me play this deck. Almost everyone makes me click through it every time, so, like, you know, you do you. My combo is very time intensive as well. Like, this is part of Magic Online. If you don't want to do this, don't play the deck on Magic Online. Hi. Hi. Say hi, combo. We're dead. Yeah, you're trouble. You're trouble, toddler. You're trouble, toddler. I mean, okay. You know, you do you, opponent. I'm gonna cast this Primeval Titan here. I'm not playing for practice. If I was playing for practice, I'd plan something like Cockatrice. I am playing Magic Online to earn fun bucks. I do get to cast every Primeval Titan in my deck. That being said, now because they didn't want to click through it earlier, now they have to make enough mana to put 4 counters on this a bunch of times. So, like, you know. So now they have to pay 4 mana per 1/1 counter instead of 2 mana per 1/1 counter. Look, if you don't want to click through your combo, don't play it on Magic Online. Yeah, they have to click 5 times now every time they want to put counters on this. He stopped to kill my creatures. Why would you stop to kill my creatures? You know, the only card in my hand is a bounce land. I'm having fun. Oh, just seems rude. Is it rude when you make your opponent in paper say they're attacking you with all their creatures when you're dead on board? Like, because that's basically what I'm doing. Like, I'm dead on board, but I'm making my opponent, like, kill me, right? Oh, geez, he's killing the Primeval Titan! I would love to use Primeval Titan's ability if you're going to let me. Alright, well, I'm going to get this Teleria West and this Bounce Land. Okay, now we're gonna make them click through it. Because we're gonna play this Engineered Explosives for 2. I don't know, but they had to click way more than they needed to here. I don't know who's BMing. What if I think we're possibly both BMing here right now? I don't know. There's definitely some bad manners on both sides of the table. But like, I would just like the record to reflect that they inflicted dozens of more clicks on themselves than they needed to. Peathead with the cheer. Thank you for that. Yeah, like, I'm auto-passing here. Like, I'm not, like, stopping him every other time. Like, just actually kill me. All I want you to do is actually kill me, opponent. Like, they should have just killed me while the Primeval Titan was on the stack and they knew the only card in my hand. Like, they spent 9 Walking Ballista counters on things they didn't have to kill. Look, I put money into the machine. My fun dollars are on the line here. I want my fun bucks back. And now he has to click on the walking ballista, and then click on the thing, and then click on his mana 4 times. So every time he wants to put a counter on this, he has to click 6 times, and then he has to click 2 times to deal a damage to me. He can get to 20 counters to let me resolve the engineered explosives. You are correct. Spare deck has a buy list, so they will buy list your cards. I on F6, and now they're making more mana to put more counters on their walking ballista. Oh, God. Yep, alright, you got me. And see, look, I'm conceding. I didn't make them click through it. I conceded before we died. It's fine. It's fine. I got him. I mean, they knew the only card in our hand, okay? Like, they knew the only card in their hand. Okay, so we're going to bring in the Dismembers and the Pact of Negations, I think, here. Reclamation Sage probably isn't good enough. We definitely want to be on the linear game plan. Wow. World's Fine Worm's probably not good enough in this matchup. Azusa can probably trim. You think the EE's good? Just because you can, like, put it out there preemptively? Radiant Fountain makes them time out more for game 3. We think the Junior Explosives are good? What are the last cuts then? We just, like, trim the Explorers? Trim the Explorers. I probably don't need 2 packs. I probably just want, like, 1 pack. I think this is fine. Why are we taking Azusa out? We're on the linear game plan. Because we could pact for them a lot of the time when we're I guess pacting for her is not as good. Like, what's the other cut, though? Like, we're boarding in to be interactive. I said linear, but we're actually boarding in to be interactive, right? So, like, if we want to be linear, that means the second engineer is worse than this Azusa, right? I think I'd buy that for $1. Dismember's 1 mana interaction. Yeah, I think I like this. Just because you often sideboard a card out does not make it a bad card to have in your main deck. I don't think this hand is good enough. I have Stirrings, which makes me kind of want to keep it, but that's probably not good enough. Yep. Alright, I get to play Amulet on 1, and then Engineered Explosives for 2 on 2. Yeah, Bog and Cavern often get swapped for the Radiant Fountain and Ghost Quarter in the board. We're having a medium day, Tron. We played against some bad matchups. We've run a little bit poorly. We're still winning some matches, but we're like we're 1-1 in this league now. We're like 2-4 on the day. That's a little terrible. more than a little terrible. Clearly, I should just never play anything that isn't Grixis Delver in Legacy, because Grixis Delver in Legacy is real good. Opponent now running their clock down some more here. You know, teach their own. I mean, should have and didn't. I agree the humans matchup probably favors us a little bit on average. Opponent also went to 6. We're going to keep. Yeah, I mean, like, that's Magic, though, right? And I did say, you know, we honestly ran a little bit cold, but that's part of Magic. Like, these decks do have variance to them. Anger of the Gods is kind of hard to cast with the mana base. The sweeper a lot of the Amulet Titan decks play is Kozilek's Return. Not only is it easier to cast because it's only single red, but you can also cast it, you can also find it with Ancient Stirrings. But honestly, I'm not sure I want a sweeper in the board. Like, Engineered Explosives kind of fills the slot of being a pseudo sweeper. I'm gonna bottom that. If we're looking for mana, we want it to be a Keru. Opponent scrying on their 6. I mean, I would also accept that I'm sideboarding incorrectly and I'm not supposed to keep boarding the Explorers out like I do. I will definitely not argue that I am proficient with the deck and making 100% correct decisions. Yep. Huh. Oh, you know what? No, that doesn't work. Yeah, I think I just want to play this Explosives for 2. Watch him just go Night combo and kill us on 3 that way. It's like two different ways to combo us. If we find a Keru, we'll be in a pretty good spot. A blue Keru specifically, because then we could make a bunch of mana and then pick the Stellaria West back up and transmute it. That's annoying. Glad I have another Amulet. Let's see if they're going, which one they're going after here. Yep. I thought I got rid of that one. Alright, yeah, Through the Breach is not a terrible draw. Means that at some point, our other cards are good. It's the best way to sell a complete deck. So best, it varies on what you mean by the word best. Are you asking what's the fastest way to sell a complete deck, or what is the best way to make the most money selling a complete deck? Because those are, you get 2 different answers depending on what you're looking, actually looking to do. Most money selling, trying to sell to another person. Ten out of 10 selling to another person. Man, we're just gonna die to this 3-2 before we draw anything relevant, aren't we? This is really kind of awkward because, like, we don't have... Wow, that's good. Yep. That's a kick in the dick. Well, Keru's just got less good. We need mana too, though, is the problem. Like, we need a payoff, and we still need mana. They don't even have red lands! Well, if we hadn't gotten crumbled, we'd be in a better spot. I'm about to get spell quellered, aren't I? Okay. You know. That's, yep. I guess I don't want to auto pass here, because if they Coco on my turn, I might need to blow this engineered explosives. Ooh. Maybe we need to give to the... Man, it's a real shame we're probably going to lose this game, because between my opponent dicking around at the end of last game and how much time they're taking to do things this game, we probably could have timed them out. Yep. I think we're obligated to blow this up at the end step here. We're just making our clock faster for the Reclamation Sage, yep. God, we're gonna die to this Reclamation Sage, aren't we? Oh, I just gave them life, didn't I? We're getting counterspelled anyways? Okay. I think I just gave them a life, which would be bad. I didn't mean... I should watch what I'm clicking more. This is actually a good example where the Emrakul's worse than the World Spine Worm here, kinda, right? You want crackers? Thank you for asking. Huh. Yeah, we're probably gonna lose this game. The old bird jump blocks the Emrakul. Yep, we're dead in 2 here. And we don't have any single draw that gets us not dead. Cast Summoner's Pact, yep. Yep, we're a mana off a casting Titan. It's unfortunate. Needed to draw a bounce land last turn. Needed proliferate, right? We're a little proactive with the engineered explosives and ended up biting us there. Sounds great. I mean, if we crack explosives end of turn, they're just like down a noble hierarchy and we still die in 2 there, so I'm not sure what cracking explosives end of turn does. Other than nothing. So, I think I actually played Tribe Scout on 1 over the Amulet here. Because unless I draw, like, exactly Azusa, this is better because it starts ramping us. Visor deck again. Okay. I mean, have any of the games I've lost so far, would they have been won had I had access to Walking Ballista? Like, is there an argument for it? Like, what games, like the games we're losing, Walking Ballista isn't going to help us. And that's the kind of question you want to ask yourself, is like, what problem is it solving? Like, what is our deck doing that Walking Ballista helps us with? Like, I don't feel like any of the games we've lost today having access to a Walking Ballista would have won us. It's definitely something I should probably be keeping track of, but off the cuff, remembering back, I feel like that's true. I mean, like that game, or this game, where we need to ping down, like, do we have an opportunity to go get a Walking Ballista? And, like, and play it for a relevant amount of mana? Like, we're not losing these long, grindy, drag out games. All of them are playing it, man. The Spine Rock Null into play here. I mean, if we want removal, we can transmute for it. It's probably just Slaughter Pact, right? Alright, so I'm going to play this, stack it like this, return the Simic Growth... Oh, I should have used... This is a small mistake on my part. I should have used the Sakura Tribe Scout to put this into play instead of my land drop for the turn. You're not answering the question though, Jace. You keep saying what Walking Ballista does. Like, you keep telling me what the text on the magic card is, but like I know what the card does, but what does it do in the context of the deck? Like, that's what you want to ask yourself. That's like, and again, like, the games we're losing, the problems we're having, like, Walking Ballista is not fixing those problems. Like, every slot is precious in a tutor toolbox deck, and like I need the things I'm playing to be like actively solving problems that I have. So your argument is that you want to just, like, draw this one of? Because, like, we can't consistently transmute Teleria West early on most games. Like, that's not something we can actually do. Like, this isn't a great Teleria West deck just because of our mana base, and, like, transmuting for 3 to then play a 4/4 that does stuff, like, is kind of loose. So I'm going to get Spine Rock Null and a Vesuva here on the off chance. If this deals at least 7 damage to my opponent, I want to try and kill them this turn by finding an Emrakul. Alright, we can cast a World Spine Worm. Oh, I don't actually have 2 green sources in play right now, do I? It's a little awkward. I could put one into play in response to my trigger next turn with... Oh, I could just get cast Primeval Titan. Yep. So we're not dead to my pack trigger because I can, They're going to unfortunately have infinite mana next turn, though. You would already answer this. Says, why do you prefer the Breach to the version of the top 8 of the Open? I don't know. Because I like playing it. So if we would have hit Emrakul here, we would have killed them. And that, okay, that's actually the reason if we would have hit. I guess if we had Sunhome, we possibly would have killed them here too. Which is also fair. I'm going to get Simic, Growth Chamber. Just 2 Simic Growth Chambers at this point. Yeah, probably. He's probably going to Chord at end step here and kill us. It's unfortunate I don't have a Pact of Negation in my deck. They're at a Chord in response here, which is smart. We have 2 Pact of Negations in the sideboard. Yep. So we had 12 looks at Emrakul there, and we missed on all of them. So, like, you know, them's the beats. I'll grab Engineered Explosives. Then I'm going to go ahead and pass. It sounds like Declan's awake from his nap, so I'm going to let my opponent go ahead and combo kill us on their turn. And then we'll sideboard when I get back. Thanks for watching, folks. Don't go to play Modern for another hour or 2. So this game was a great example of why I don't play Aetherworks Marvel in Standard. I had 12 looks to find 3 cards, and we missed, so we died. Man, it was way in there. Alright, yeah, I think we're just bringing in the Dismembers again, and a Pact of Negation. I think that's fine. I think that's the plan in this matchup. World Spine Worm doesn't seem stellar. The Through the Breach plan seems fine. I think it's just the Explorers. I don't actually know. I keep cutting these a lot. To everyone telling me just concede and don't make my opponent do their thing, when you pay your $12 to play on Magic Online, you are allowed to concede to your opponents who haven't actually killed you. But when I put my $12 into the machine, I'm gonna make them go through it. Like that's just how it is. And if you don't like watching that, don't watch the stream. Like, you know, these games aren't free. If these games were free and I was playing just to test, I would concede every time when we're dead like that. But you know, they're playing the game. They agreed to do what they're doing. It's fine. This hand has a dismember, but the rest of it doesn't do much. This hand's fine. It's a little awkward because the bog's tapped on one, but do I want that? Yeah, it's probably fine. Sorry. I know it's not stellar entertainment, but like I had to go get Declan and change a diaper anyways, so like you were gonna have me not here. You were gonna have me not here at some point anyways. Might as well be while they're clicking through it. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play this, and then I'm gonna pass. You can rearrange your graveyard in every format of Magic where cards that don't care about graveyard order don't exist. So that's everything outside of like Legacy, Vintage, and Commander. Yep. We're a mana short, right? Going on, Mox? Because I can play this 3 times after I play the Azusa. Yeah, that sucks. Man, could you imagine if this card was Summer Bloom, how dead our opponent would be right now? Just everyone imagine how dead they would be if this card was Summer Bloom. They'd be real dead. Hint. I mean, my opponent got to play their 2-card combo and turn 3 kill me. Like, come on. Why can't I have a 3-card combo to turn 3 kill my opponent? Oh. Am I dead? Am I dead? Do you not have it? People keep saying this is a place where the Ballista would do a lot. What would the Ballista be doing? What is it doing in this exact? Yeah, sure. You have your mana. Kill me. Did you get there? Do you have it? You know, like I said, we can't kill our opponent till turn 4. Our opponent killed us on turn 3. You know? Sure. These are not the plays of someone that has me dead. Is that good? If so, why? Please explain. Yep. Remember that time we had 1 engineered explosives in our deck and we drew it? Alright, I need to keep the Simic Growth Chamber. Oh, I can still play Titan this turn too, right? Because I have 3 land drops plus the Sakura Tribe Scout? Yeah, okay. I've done this before. This is the part of Magic, you know? And in Modern, it's definitely better to be lucky than good. You have to choose one or the other. Always choose lucky. I do think it's kind of silly that they banned things like Summer Bloom and Twin, but things like Dredge are allowed to. My biggest problem with Modern is that R&D lacks consistency in what they do with the format. Like there's actually just no consistency. Like what are you actually doing? What do you want from the format as a whole? Like, 'cause it feels like you're not accomplishing that. You're just like clicking randomly around trying to figure out what you want the format to look like, and there's just no, like I said, no consistency. That's fine. Like, there's still fun things to do in Modern. Like, I enjoy playing the format. It's better than Standard to set the bar low. Oh, look, my opponent is dead. And this is a good example. So, like, someone asked me earlier why I like this version of the deck better than the version that top 8 of the Open. My opponent wouldn't be dead here if I was playing the version that top 8 of the Open. They would be taking 16, 17 at most, and they would get another turn. Here, I get to go ahead and cast this Emrakul, and then I get to take another turn and kill them. So they actually die. Alright. But Juka Bog just doesn't do anything, right? This is just like worse than Radiant Fountain or Ghost Quarter or another Engineered Explosives. Oh, okay, but like Twin and Bloom weren't tier 0 decks. They weren't everywhere. They weren't any more popular than like Dredge and Grixis Shadow are now. Bog stops Witness. That seems narrow. This hand's a real good goldfish. Just needs a bomb. We're supposed to lead on Sakura Tribe Scout. Dismember? Alright, you want some crackers? Yeah. Alright, take this. Alright, so, people often talked about called shots like that. What you have to remember is that if you always call all of your shots, eventually some amount of the time you're going to be correct. That's the key there. Like, when I make a called shot like that and it happens, that's because I often make called shots and generally they miss. Just in case we get, like, Rex Saged or something here, I'm going to leave this up so we can put more mana into play. Damn it, Max. Bomb. Bomb. I mean, that's kind of like a bomb, right? It's not like a bomb at all. attack our opponent. So, like, on a scale of 1 to dead, I assume we're pretty dead here. We hit the Dismember, but they had another Devoted Druid, so, like, yep. Modern's fun. Alright, so they have Court of Calling and we're dead. Fun, interactive Magic. So, like, I find it really funny, people that are complaining about the current Standard format, but love the existing Modern format, because, like, the Standard format right now is, like, a little bit worse than Modern, but, like, the issues Standard has right now are, like, issues that Modern has all the time. Devote your deck is very good. All right, so we just scrubbed back-to-back leagues, which feels really good. Only cost us $24 to play those 8 matches on Magic Online. So I think we're gonna take a break for the rest of the day. I try not to continue spewing when we're on a spew streak. So I'm gonna go ahead and pivot to Hex for the remainder of the afternoon.